It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Ravens and the Niners on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here. It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. On the return, Tremont Smith. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're brought out by a fifth-year pro coming off a career season as a passer and a runner. It's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led him to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Etienne. He's got the lane, and there he goes. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 16 carries, 88 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Now Jones. The quick throw there is incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 22 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Watson off play action. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. In motion right, Dobbs. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2 yards still to go, 3rd down now. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Watson. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll run with Gibbs. He stiff arms him. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Back to throw again. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Counter play, here's Gibbs. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And the Ravens first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Down by Brandon Jones. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Watson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Boye Mafe in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds out past the 10-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
First down, Ravens.
Here's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Ravens at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. But I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Jones.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Watson on 3rd down. There's a nice move. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
In motion right, Dobbs. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Gibbs straight ahead. And fights through one man. And they'll get this down to the 10. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And the Ravens first down.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looking to throw. Watson. Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Back to throw. Watson. And this is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And his kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in Houston, where you see the final score there. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Russell Wilson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slip...
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged. And it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Etienne once more. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly are letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Phillips now from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, they'll be disappointed with that effort.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. This will be complete to Mechie. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Left side, he finds Pierce. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Boye Mafe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 14. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Raven 1st down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the Niners' 35-yard line.
Watson, off play action. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jones to throw from his end zone. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Jones. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Baltimore, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8, and they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.